South Florida woman gets 6.5 years for fake nursing school diploma scheme. Too many road accidents in Jamaica. Gunmen shoot up a bar in St. Elizabeth, killing a bartender and a customer, while Premier League final playoff spot up for grabs. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. A South Florida woman was sentenced to more than 6 years in prison in connection with a multi-million-dollar scheme based in South Florida that sold fake nursing school degrees to thousands of people. Gail Ross was sentenced to 78 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release and ordered forfeiture of $861,672, the U.S. Attorney Office for the Southern District of Florida said Wednesday. The 72-year-old Ross was the registrar of the Palm Beach School of Nursing in Lake Worth, one of three South Florida schools identified by authorities as participating in the scam that sold more than 7,600 fraudulent nursing diplomas. The Palm Beach School of Nursing, along with Sacred Heart Institute in Fort Lauderdale and Siena College of Health in Lauderhill, are now closed. Ross was one of three defendants sentenced to federal prison in the scheme following a 3-week jury trial in Fort Lauderdale. The other two women are Cassandra Jean, owner and operator of Success Nursing Review in Brooklyn, New York, and Valère Dorasso, operator of the Center for Advanced Training and Studies in West Orange in New Jersey. Cassandra Jean was sentenced to 36 months in prison, while Valère Dorasso was sentenced to 33 months in prison. In total, 27 defendants were charged and convicted in 2023 for their participation in the nursing diploma fraud scheme known as Operation Nightingale that created an illegal licensing and employment shortcut for aspiring nurses. Over in Jamaica, the Savlamar police in Westmoreland have charged a 29-year-old man in connection with the seizure of a gun and multiple rounds of ammunition in the community on Tuesday, April 2nd. He was identified as the Mario Williams of Retreat, Little London in the parish. Williams was charged with possession of a prohibited firearm and illegal possession of ammunition. And according to reports, authorities were conducting an operation in the neighborhood about 12:30 p.m. when they noticed Williams heading towards a building with a green plastic bag. And it's alleged that Williams' suspicious behavior prompted the officers to approach him. He reportedly tried to flee, but officers gave chase and apprehended Williams. Lawmen said a search of the premises revealed a Keltec submachine gun and 11.40 caliber cartridge. Williams was arrested and subsequently charged, and a court date is now being arranged. Vice Chair of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucien Jones, is now seeking an urgent meeting with Prime Minister Andrew Holness following the latest deadly crash in St. Anne. Mr. Holness is the chairman of the NRSC. Dr. Jones said that the gains made in reducing road fatalities have been wiped out by the carnage which has been recorded since the start of this year. He said there have been 10 road fatalities in the last 4 days already. Since the beginning of this month, April, 10 people have died in crashes in 4 days. And this is a major disaster and calamity, he said. And the last time I checked, there were already 99 persons who have died from road accidents so far this year. A man's body was discovered Wednesday morning beneath a bridge on Howard Coke Boulevard in Montego Bay, St. James. Residents discovered the corpse, which was not yet identified. And according to reports about 10:35 a.m., locals discovered the victim lying on its back under the bridge in a pool of blood and called the police. When the police arrived, they discovered the victim with several facial wounds. The scene was processed and the corpse was sent to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where it was pronounced dead, and it was thereafter taken to the morgue for a post-mortem examination. Meanwhile, detectives have arrested and charged 32-year-old Michael Thompson, otherwise called Mafia, and Cartel in relation to the March 21 stabbing death of a man in Kingston. Thompson is of a Mullines Road, Kingston 10 address. The deceased is 54-year-old Carlton Simmet of Hunsdean Avenue, Kingston 10. Reports from the Halfway Tree police are that about 7 a.m., a dispute developed between Simmet and the man. The dispute reportedly became physical and a knife was brought into play and used to inflict a wound to the left side of Simmet's chest. The injured man collapsed along the roadway and was transported to the hospital by police who were summoned to the scene. He was later pronounced dead, and following an investigation, Thompson was apprehended later the same day and placed into custody. A 20-year-old bartender who was one of two people gunned down in an attack in Williamsfield District in St. Elizabeth was reportedly only on her second day of work, according to the police. The woman, Kishira Ascott of Ballards River in Clarendon, was shot and killed on Wednesday night alongside a 37-year-old man identified as Dane Morgan, also known as Little D. The gruesome murder, according to law enforcers, have left residents of the usually quiet community shocked and shaken. and reports are that about 10:30 p.m., Morgan and Ascot were in the bar when armed men entered. Loud explosions were heard, and later the bartender and the man were found suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds, and well over 33 spent shells were found at the location. Both were taken to hospital and both were pronounced dead. Police said information so far have been sketchy, but investigations into the double murder are ongoing. Police said the information so far is that it was the bartender's second day working there, and the man who was killed is a resident of the community. There could be several reasons why they were killed, but for 33 spent shells to be found means that someone wanted somebody dead. The St. Elizabeth police said that they are now probing the death of a 23-year-old man who died as a result of injuries he sustained during a dispute with at least three women in his community on Monday. According to police report, the deceased, Francois Vassel, a farmer of Shiloh District and Roses Valley in the parish, was at his home when he and one of his alleged attackers got into an argument. Things quickly turned physical, and the woman's sister and mother joined into the fight. A machete was brought into play, and the weapon was used to inflict several chops to Vassal's body. He reportedly fell to the ground and was assisted to hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment. And investigations into the incident are now ongoing. Just like that, and a man is dead. Onto sports, two Jamaican FIFA referees, Danian Parchment and Odette Hamilton, have been selected by FIFA to officiate at this year's Summer Olympics in Paris. A release from the Jamaica Football Federation said 89 FIFA match officials have been appointed by FIFA Referees Committee from 45 countries to officiate matches at the Olympic football tournament in Paris 2024. Parchment, who officiated in the recent CONCACAF Women's Gold Cup tournament, will work as a video match official, while Hamilton has been selected as support staff. The women's tournament will commence on July 25th of this year and conclude with a gold medal match at the Parc des Princes in Paris on August 10th of 2024. Meanwhile, the battle for the sixth and final playoff in the Ray and Neville Jamaica Premier League is still alive after Montego Bay United in 7th place caught Waterhouse in 6th place. Both are on 40 points, and one will qualify for a playoff spot this weekend depending on the outcome of their final game. It does not look good for Montego Bay United at all, as they will face a tough Tivoli Gardens in their final match on Sunday, while Waterhouse will oppose Harbourview, knowing that a win all will secure a spot in the playoff. However, Tivoli could rest some of their better players and feel a weaker team, giving Montego Bay the edge, and already out of contention Harbourview, who have nothing to lose, could also play spoiler and beat Waterhouse, allowing Montego Bay to go through. Five teams already qualify for playoff: Mount Pleasant with 56 points, Tivoli and Cavaliers both with 51 points, along with Portmore and Arnett Gardens both with 46. And over the past few weeks, I have not been able to watch any live games and just discovered that Digicel was sued by Verticast Media Group for allegedly restricting access to Verticast on their pay-per-view channel. So maybe that's why we're not getting the live matches anymore. It seems to me as if we need some pirate TV station in Jamaica. Don't forget that the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you ever miss the news, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. Have a blessed weekend. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.